Howdy everybody, this is Albie from Spirit for Spirits. Welcome back behind the stick. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite categories, whiskey. But first we got to start at the beginning so we can break it down, give you all the information in the proper pieces. So whiskey is a very broad, sort of overwhelming category. We're going to make it much simpler for you to understand. The basics are, whiskey is a spirit distilled from grains. That's all we need to know to make whiskey whiskey. Now there's lots of different categories of whiskey with lots of different overseeing law from all sorts of countries that give us all different kinds of whiskey. There's all different kinds of grains that give us all different kinds of whiskey. And we're gonna get into the specifics of that as we talk about some of those. So over here, you got a little quick overview of sort of the way that we can sort of separate them categorically according to whiskey. The first thing here on our left, one of the oldest things you'll see, this is Bruichladdich. This is a single malt Scotch from Islay, an island off of Scotland. Next to that, this is a super old bottle, one of my favorites, an old standard. This is a Canadian whiskey. Canadian whiskey usually has a higher rye content, and this happens to be a really, really old one, and one that you'll all know. It's been around a really long time. That's Crown Royal, made by Seagrams. This in the center here, an American style whiskey. This is a bourbon. Some of the definitions of that we'll get into as we go. This is Maker's Mark. Next to that, sort of a brand new category that's hitting the market, an American style single malt. We'll get into what that means as well. And then the last one of my old favorites, this is American rye. That's gonna have a relation to our Canadian whiskey, but we'll get into that as we go. This is sort of a breadth of what we'll see along the way, but we're gonna dive into each one of these individually. First on our list is gonna be bourbon, which is gonna be my favorite. But that's next time, right here, behind the stick.